So thank you for joining. This is Cosmos Voice number 11. And today on the call we have Nicolas. And remember a few days ago, a couple of weeks, we've been in Berlin. I enjoy a lot our conversation. Thank you for joining today. And also we have a Puya. I think he's on mute now, as I understand. Also on the call, we have Alexa. Alexa will co-host this call. So thank you, Alexa, very much for joining. And I'm not sure if Vlad is with us as well already.
Yes, we are without him today, but it's okay.
Okay, so Nicolas, maybe we should start from you. I know we have two invites today. Do you have any, particular way that you would like to kind of kick off this conversation? I remember from Berlin, you explained, what the metaverse that you are creating and what Luncverse is in general. I didn't have opportunity to speak with Puya, but let me know, maybe introduction, right? Small one at the beginning, and then let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started in the crypto space about 3 years ago, right before the crash of Luna. I think everybody was kind of part of this that's in the space right now. And then I saw the potential in Terra Classic and all we could build, and that's kind of how all this started. We started building. I started a humanitarian project to educate people on our farming methods that we use here at the farm. And then I went on to create Cookie, which Cookie was a LUNC burn token. So we wanted to burn LUNC, with our trading fees, and now it's evolved into what it is today. Cookie is going to be the layer 2 currency in Luncverse. Cookie is also like a major investor in Luncverse and getting everything started and everything going. So, but Luncverse was like it's a master utility we wanted to create for LUNC, something that wasn't necessarily, based on just finance or like complicated protocols, but build some fun, something that was different, something's going to, bring some income to this chain and create some really good on-chain volume and make it interesting and show the world that, Terra Classic is building, a lot of the projects, including Juris, it took years to get to where we are, it took a lot of time. But like our assets, if you'd like, are about to be deployed. So we're at a really nice stage, even as an investor looking to make an investment. Terra Classic has been wedging hard for the past 3 years, and I do believe that we can be the catalyst to this new vision of LUNC. So yeah. That's why we're here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and Nicolas, maybe for people who are less familiarized, if you could summarize, what happened with Terra Classic and all this story about the Terra Luna. Of course, probably everyone on the call kind of knows, but how it happened then, Terra Classic, how these communities split. Can you kind of summarize the outcome of that big events in our crypto space?
Absolutely. I think Do Kwon was one of the biggest crypto thinkers, there was out there that was bringing solutions to blockchain technology. He built initially Luna to be the Bitcoin killer. And then what everything happened, there was those synthetic assets that were used to destabilize USDC pretty much, and it caused a massive minting of token. And in the process, Terra Classic now was abandoned by Do Kwon and given away to the community. And honestly, that's where I saw the most potential in this project, is a project that is owned and governed by the community, something that's doesn't really exist out there anymore, right? Like compared to Bitcoin, that's owned by no one, but everybody owns it. Terra Classic is owned by everyone, but is owned by a lot of people as well. And it's one of those utilities that's one of those cryptos that's actually, owned and governed by the people from all over the world, which is completely different as well. Like there is no business in the world that actually involves every country, and I feel like we are creating something much bigger than just like another blockchain. Like we're creating a financial revolution via Terra Classic. And and I think a lot of the people that are left in this space building and growing here see that as well. And we're getting there, one day at a time, one utility at a time. We have to create on-chain volume, we have to create hype, and we have to create life, organically. It's the only way we're actually gonna grow. There's no secret solution to success. We have to get up every day and put in the hours and put in the time and take some risks. I think it's very important. If you want to create something as massive as we're trying to create, you got to take some risks. So that's what we're doing, taking some risks for LUNC.
Thank you, Nicolas, for this initial feedback. I'm just wondering if we could switch now for the moment to Puya, just for him to introduce himself.
Awesome. So let me introduce myself. My name is Puya. In the community and on X, I'm known as LunarLover69 from Terra Classic community. And just like Nicolas, I joined during the crash and accumulated some Terra Classic, joined a Discord back then that was pretty small. I was one of the initial members, and we grew it to I don't remember, a couple thousand members. Later, the group became Terra Rebels. We re-enabled staking on Terra Classic, and then branched off to L2 development, meaning we are building a decentralized application and we basically done building the successor of Anchor protocol, which was decentralized lending. And that's Juris Protocol. I have two co-founders, Till and Rocco, and recently we got a fourth one. Somebody got promoted. K-Rocks, Keely is her real name, is also on the team. And we have some other admin members, let's say team members, that help us. So that's us.
Puya, thank you for this. May I ask you? Maybe it is because I know a little bit less, about Juris protocol. Could you make one level deep dive a little bit to explain, what Juris protocol is bringing to Terra Classic?
Yes, of course I can. So with Juris Protocol, basically so there are several user types that can make use of Juris Protocol, and it also benefits Terra Classic chain as a whole. As for the user types, you first of all, you have basic retail people and be lenders. So if you have crypto assets like stablecoins or volatile assets, they can be listed on Juris, and then regular people can lend them out. Institutions as well, but also regular people. So if you have USDC, Circle USD sitting somewhere on chain, you can bridge it to Terra Classic chain, deposit into Juris lending, and earn some APR, passive income on it. Then the second group of people that can use the protocol would be borrowers. So if you have collateral assets that is whitelisted in the protocol, something like Bitcoin, Luna Classic, or other blue chip crypto assets, even Paxos Gold, because in Germany a lot of people are fan of gold, so we will enable it for mainnet launch. You can deposit collateral, and then you can borrow against your collateral. The loans in Juris are over-collateralized, which means that you need to put more on the table than you, because the loans are secured by a liquidation mechanism, like it used to be on Anchor. So if your loan gets underwater, there's a third group of people, which are the liquidators. They will then bid on your collateral assets.
So now, Puya, that was extremely interesting. And you were explaining you borrowing lending platform, something that's I'm.
Yeah, I apologize. So there is a little bit more into the protocol. So there's a third group of people that can use it, which is liquidators. which means you can bid on underwater positions of other people. So you can bid on their collateral, and the incentive to do so is to buy them up with discount from the protocol. And in principle, this is like an arbitrage trade. So you buy stuff cheaper from liquidated people that cannot, or where the collateral doesn't cover the loan anymore. And you could, in theory, sell it immediately on a CEX or other DEX for profit. And it was designed in a way so that if you stake it, we distribute 50% of the protocol revenue into a tiered staking system. And 15% of the protocol revenue is going to be donated to the layer 1 chain, because Juris is also about chain revival. And the remaining 35% goes back to the DAO, which we are still going to establish, and then we're going to use some portion of that to buy back and burn the token, which we already do through the Terra Classic Validator. But we will also use some of the protocol revenue to boost the token, and also incentivize like liquidity and other things for marketing. So that's a summary of the project.
Puya, that's great. Thank you for this. I was thinking about this when about the borrowing lending platform. So collateral is a kind of fundamental part of solidity of the platform. And you mentioned that you are accepting basically digital tokens. I am assuming that you are not using anything else as a collateral. Everything is kind of digital tokens, correct?
So it has to be, because it's on Terra Classic, it has to be CW20 tokens or native Terra denoms. So in theory, everything that can be bridged to Terra Classic could be used as collateral, but it needs to be whitelisted by Juris governance module. So the people that stake Juris needs to vote on what we are going to whitelist. And I think at launch we aim for the biggest blue chips like on-chain, and then expand to further to the Cosmos. So whenever we have IBC bridges with major chains, we whitelist their native coin first of all, and then maybe some of the main tokens. And we would like to also reach out to the Cosmos chains to see if there is any sort of like collaboration possible in that terms.
Puya, I also saw on your website that you have the liquidation market. It seems like a very interesting feature. So what role does it play in the Juris ecosystem, and how does it benefit users?
Okay, so I think I just explained it, but I can explain it again. Liquidation market basically means that when you borrow a loan, or you have to put up collateral, and the collateral is worth more than what you're going to borrow. That's how the system works. And if your collateral value starts to go down, there is a threshold at which the protocol will mark your collateral as ready to be liquidated or open for liquidation, which means other people can bid on your collateral assets. It's basically like bidding on discounted assets. And it prevents the protocol from going into bad debt. Because if nobody would liquidate the collateral asset, then the value of the collateral that secures the loan goes in theory lower than the loan value. So then you have basically debt to the people who lend out tokens.
Okay.
To prevent that, you have the liquidation system.
Thank you.
Great, Puya. Thank you for this. Thank you for the question, Alexa. I think it is now clear how the protocol works. And Puya, before we kind of jump to Nicolas again, let me just introduce this concept that maybe many projects in Cosmos are actually looking for some kind of collaboration. And we in DAO Liceo, for instance, we have like a pristine collateral in form of real estate that is fully paid, and it's like a perfect, I would say, perfect stable collateral. That eventually will be tokenized on DAO Liceo chain. So those equities of the legal company could be used as a collateral. Why not in the Juris protocol?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like, we are always looking for collaboration opportunities. So yeah, that would be totally possible. And that's some real. I like use cases like this because you can always put tokens as collateral. But I in particular, I'm a fan of, for example, gold token like Paxos, because it's also a real asset and stuff. And if we could get securities on chain, we also have synthetic securities with Selenium protocol, which is going to be Mirror. If you whitelist those assets, then basically you can get loans against your stock collateral, which is pretty cool on chain. So we're looking forward to this.
Perfect, Puya. So definitely we need to speak with each other. Let's make sure it will happen, after the call. Okay, cool. So thank you for this. Then let's, Nicolas, let's move back with you a little bit, if you don't mind. And like the next thing that came to my mind, maybe is a little bit kind of difficult to talk about. But what about this, Terra past? Like, is it the brand damaged a lot because of that? And is the Terra community thinking about eventually rebranding, or we rather, as a community, wants to like bet twice on Terra? How is the feeling? Because you guys, you are like from the inside, probably like deep insiders.
I think from being a deep insider, we have absolutely no mindset or idea of rebranding. I think like Luna Classic is the original Luna. It's the only one that should exist in our book, and that's why we're here building this thing. We don't want to change anything about it. We just want to grow it. Anybody growing on layer 2 just saw an opportunity to grow this chain another way than just having the market module. And I keep repeating this, and I want this to get into Luna Classic holders and investors, make them understand that there's a bunch of the top competing blockchains that don't have stable coins. So we don't need a stable coin to be a top 10, top 20 blockchain in the world. We just got to have utility to back up, to back the currency and to have some incomes generated to the chain, just like Juris Protocol is intending to do. And just like, Luncverse and every single on-chain transaction that layer 2 projects generate for this chain. At the moment, layer 2 is the only source of income for this blockchain. We have nothing else, so this is the way forward. It's organic growth, because now we have something for people to come to. When people go buy LUNC, like, they're gonna look, okay, what can I do with this? And if they can't do anything else than just stake it, then like they'll eventually just go away. Like now you have lending protocols, you have metaverses, you have mirror assets coming in with Selenium, token bonding curves, you have a bunch of memes, so a lot of utilities being built actively, and I feel like it's extremely bullish for LUNC. We got 3 DEXs now available on chain. We have 2 NFT platforms, soon a 3rd one. So there's a lot of stuff being built, and it's exciting, and it's been quiet. But it's good when it's quiet, because it means there's no destruction. It means there's no fighting. And we fought for so long, but I do believe we found our identity, and I do believe that Terra Classic is going to see some new highs very, very soon.
That's great. That's great, Nicolas. Thank you for this. And just a curiosity, like, what is the now like a level of users in Terra Classic in general?
Block them. I have to look into that. Maybe this is a question Brian could probably answer a little bit better. Or
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was like low 5-digit active users, something like this currently, or active wallets.
I see. So, what Nicolas is like general strategy for Terra Classic? Like, could you kind of, do you have it in mind, a kind of high-level helicopter view roadmap that you would like the chain to see executing?
Yeah, most definitely. I think one of the first things we need to do is upgrade our SDK to SDK 50.13 with Cosmos WASM upgrade as well. I think that's going to bring us up to pair with the rest of IBC, and it's going to open up a lot of doors for us. That's number one. Number two is, of course, there's a bunch of USTC repeg ideas, some layer 2 projects, coming with good ideas. So seeing one of those ideas flourish, Artemis has a USTC staking protocol coming up. So this will bring, an opportunity to recall some off-chain tokens, bring them back on chain and burn some in the process and stake some away for a long time. So it just enables the possibility for a repeg, and then the rest, it's just having these apps like Juris and Luncverse and all these other projects, that have been building for so long, like come to life and actually generate the volume and the hype that it will. And it's one of those snowball effect, right? Like you get it started, and then the price of Juris and the price of Cookie and the price of all these projects go up. And then you have big investors who are seeing, oh crap, what's this token going 1,000x, and they get in, and then you have new money, and then it just keeps going and building, and from there it's just, LUNC is at a penny, we're at a $300 million blockchain at the moment, $300 million market cap. I mean, we're 0.00055 ish, 100x. Doesn't even bring, or what is that? 100x doesn't even bring us to a penny yet. We're at 0.005, I guess, and we would be a $30 billion blockchain. We would be some of the top 10 blockchains in the world. So everybody's hyper focused on the dollar, but the real focus is to take a smaller step, And I think that's where we're going. I think that's my macroeconomic view of LUNC. That's kind of the direction we need to go, and we need to hire a marketing team as well to make the bridge between Web 2 and Web 3, and just to help us grow our community and show the world that we're not only still here, but we're thriving. So.
That's very nice. I'm assuming that I am presenting now the correct token from CoinGecko.
Yep,
Okay.
yeah, that's right. 5, 6, yeah, exactly that. So as you see, we got some work. We got some space to do some stuff in here. 311 million market cap. It's no joke.
Yeah. As I see this, and Nicolas, and please forgive me, my ignorance here. Probably I should know a little bit more about the details, but how the token is distributed, roughly speaking. I'm not asking about the details, but like how Terra token now is spread in general. Do we have a lot of whales? Like how it is?
Yeah, so the biggest whale is Binance. I believe they hold anywhere close to between 3.5 and 4 trillion coins on a 6.5 trillion supply.
So what is the percentage? What would be the percentage, roughly speaking?
I mean, almost 60%.
Oh,
almost
I
Binance,
see.
Yeah, and then you have,
but that's
and then you have 1 trillion that's
sorry
staked.
to interrupt here, but I think it's the 60%, for example. That's not like that's not a single person or a whale or something that's the Binance wallet, right? And it holds the custody tokens for the users of Binance. So sorry to interrupt here.
Yes, of course, and we were not implying in any moments that it is one single way. It was I think we were trying a little bit to understand what level of control Binance has on the chain, and my first reflection is that I see very positive things about this because it would be on Binance interest to promote this chain if they control so many addresses and so much power at the end behind the tokens. So they might be interested to actually promote this again in some moments.
Most definitely. And, everybody's interested in tokenomics. So there is also 1 trillion, more than 1 trillion tokens that's staked on chain. So, assuming that, Binance and Binance ecosystem holds around 4.5 trillion tokens, and there's 1 trillion that's staked, that means there's only 1 trillion outstanding supply, right? So let's just compare, for example, and I hate to do this, but let's compare to Shiba Inu, who has 550 trillion supply. People compare along to meme coins all the time, and it makes me laugh because we're a layer 1 blockchain with 21 algorithmic stablecoin. We're not a meme coin. But let's assume, we're not even talking about the same numbers of supply. We're talking about much less supply, and most of it, once again, is either in Binance's hands or in CX's hands or staked on chain. So got a lot of good things coming for LUNC. So,
Nicolas, you are convincing me. I am more and more interested on the chain. Very interesting conversation. Thank you for all this learning. Now, I am absolutely sure that you could probably give some light to people, that ignorant like me. What is now with this stable coin? Is still algorithmic stable coin? And is there any difference between the original protocol and the current state of affair? And maybe these two things first, and then I will go a little bit deeper if you don't mind.
Yeah, so attempting a repeg is problematic at the moment because of the outstanding tokens that are all over off chain. It's like trying to hold a stable currency but have money coming from outside depegging your price all the time. So that's why it's very difficult for us to attempt this. So there's a community member called Redline Drifter who's actually put together a strategy using USTC and locking some of that away. I think, Frag, are you here? Could you elaborate a little bit on LL's new strategy for USTC? UST, I can't remember the name.
I can explain a little bit. So I'm not through the whole white paper. He published it, I think, a week ago or so. He's actually not making he's not trying to attempt to repeg USTC, but rather create a new stablecoin that is backed through USTD and USDC. These are, and he's trying to the short version is he is trying to when you want to mint USTD, you want to buy the coin, then you have to put up your USTC or USTD to mint the coin, and the USTC and USTD are going to be deployed into a stable, like a curve pool, but on Terra Classic, not on Ethereum, but on a stablecoin pool, basically. And then the pool is going to earn trading fees. Yeah, he's the quant, so he has the numbers. I'm just a dev. But the pool is going to earn trading fees, and so is and the assets that are in the trading pool, they are backed, or they are backing USTD, and that's why USTD is going to be a natural yield-bearing stablecoin. So that's the general idea and mechanics behind it. And I think USTC also comes into play by using the yield from USTD in order to buy back USTC or something. But don't I don't have the details right now and from top of my head.
Hi everybody. Can I add to this?
Yes, please, David.
For sure.
Hi, friends. It's been a couple of weeks seeing you back in Berlin, so it's at least nice to hear you. So I want to add to a couple of things to maybe answer your question. So in terms of the USDC and other stable coins, when you go to Terra Classic website, which is terra-classic.money website, you will find out, and I've posted a screen on this and link on the chat so anybody can look on the chat. You will find out that apart of USDC, there are another 20, stable coins, algorithmic stable coins. However, they are not exactly right now stable coins, right? Because of during the DPEG event and crash event in May 22, all of them went, DPEG and they crashed and they are not on the level of $1 or any other. The whole idea is that USDC was tied to the dollar, right? But there are 20 other stablecoins that were tied to different currencies, like euro or British pound or any other major currencies in the world. This is what Terra was building, right? The whole army of stablecoins. And those are, along with USDC, are not active, right? So there is no mechanism that holds the peg. There is no market module working that was let's say the most important tool that allowed this cooperation between Terra and USD back then, right? Minting and burning, right? So if you're asking about those stablecoins, they are there. They are not active, and they could be active if we manage to find a solution to repeg first USDC and then repeg other stablecoins, right? But this requires not only not only having control of the majority of assets, what Nicolas was telling, but also it requires a very, very huge amount of money. As far as I remember, it's something between $5 or $6 billion of bad debt that USDC has, right? So in order to repack it back, you will need this kind of money, or you would need to burn majority of the supply, right? So these are the biggest problems. However, this is something that Terra Classic believes is one of the things that should ultimately bring us back, right? And it is not impossible. It just takes time, money, and energy to bring back those stable coins. And once they are brought back, we are in the very, very interesting scenario when there is fully decentralized blockchain like Terra Classic without no single entity or owner or company that controls this, that has got all of those stable coins. Show me another blockchain that has got euro stable coin, or even Swedish coin, or British pound stable coin, and Japanese coin. All of the currencies. I don't even know, but you can see them on the website from major countries all around the world, right? So if this can happen, then this is let's say unique selling point that nobody has, right? So this is the situation with the stable coins. They are not stable coins right now, and they are even not classified as stable coins just for us to have them on CXs and to be compliant with MiCA. But the other part of the story is that there are plans or ideas to create new stable coins, like the one that Frag was selling from Redline's Drifter idea, and that Frag was trying to explain. I think, Frag, you made some small mistakes there while you were explaining this, but obviously you're not the creator. What I can only tell you is to go to ustprotocol.com, and you'll be able to check the entire white paper of a new stablecoin, a new protocol that maybe will be built on Terra Classic, right? So, long story short, there are old stablecoins that maybe will come to life if we will find the money to burn the supply or work with the bad debt. And there are other ideas for new stablecoins. And it's not that Terra Classic only can work with stablecoins. We've got L2, we've got other projects, right? But the idea is that this is the heritage of Terra, like those stables, right? So there is a huge amount of different people who are working to bringing back this heritage. And in the meantime, other L2s are working on other solutions. Yeah. So this is long story short. This is not the actual website you are showing. You can go on the chat on that in the chat, I have posted the link Terra-Classic.money. There is a link to the official, not official Terra Classic website that has got a list of all of the L2 project and everything. Basically, you are showing the wrong website right now. But yeah,
yes,
this is the
David. Yes, sorry,
yeah?
sorry. Please continue, David.
No, that was just it. The summary. All stablecoins and maybe new stablecoins and a lot of other action on L2 level. So yeah, this is Terra Classic.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff building. This is just one of many. The Cookie's also building his own stable coin. We don't call it a stable coin. We call it a flex coin. But long story short, we are gold lovers. Cookie loves gold, and I do too. And since I'm running this project, and I started getting into gold, so we bridged over PaxG over to LUNC. We had trading pairs with PaxG on LUNC. We have the Solana Cookie as well that had a PaxG trading pair. And BSC Cookie, who's going to be coming out on July 16th, is also going to have a PaxG pair. And then lastly, Cookie's going to go to Ethereum, and we're going to have native PaxG over there as well. But the idea is we combine 1 gram of gold, and if 1 gram of gold is lower than $100, we complete it with Cookie. So regardless of the price of PaxG or regardless the price of Cookie, the coin is always worth $100. So it's a different approach to stable coins. It's combining two assets to make one. I think it's a simple process. I think it's a way people can also hold gold. And in the process, Cookie has a new buyback mechanism as well. And it gives Luncverse a stablecoin option that we can use for buying, purchasing things, or even to be incorporated in our proof of movement, proof of work mechanism, right? Because this is also going to be a token bonding curve. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff being built, and I think it's a time to be excited about LUNC. Initially everybody was like 1.5% tax and do this, and no, everybody's gonna burn it for us, and everybody wants everybody to do it for them. But the reality is, the only solution, the only way out for LUNC is if we build it ourselves and we do it ourselves. There's not gonna be no savior who's gonna come and save us. You want to be saved, save yourself, and it's what builders are doing. And it's what's going to get us out of this hole. We got to build our bridge out of this hole.
Binance is burning only 2 coins, right? One is BNB, the second one is Terra Classic, LUNC, right? So it tells you something. It tells you that there is something in Terra Classic, even though it's still, at the bottom. We are still long ways to go, right? But there is a future that can happen, but it only will happen if we'll do it ourselves. Binance can burn as much as they can, and we'll try to, right? But the utility and proper, products and services that will make money for generate profit for Terra Classic and its holders. This is what the whole community is working on for the last 3 years. And it took a while. It took a while to create a website. It took a while to revitalize Anchor protocol, what Juris is right now doing. It took a while to bring back Mirror protocol, which was also the heart of Terra before crash. And this is what is Selenium doing right now. Stablecoins, gold-pegged stablecoins, all of those things that you may not know about because it was hard to track what Terra Classic was doing. But the website that you are showing right now is one source that you can definitely check, and there is plenty more that is happening. That's why we came to Berlin to show people all of this, and we plan to go even further, visit other parts of the world to promote, to show what Terra Classic is building right now and what may come to Cosmos too.
David, very, very interesting, and thank you for this contribution as well. You seems to me extremely knowledgeable about the insights of Terra Classic. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. Can you go a little bit deeper and just explain what you do for Terra?
Sorry to invade your Cosmos voice call. I just wanted to add to the point that Nicolas and Frag and Puya made. But if you ask me, I'm David Skinner. I'm the owner of branding and UX UI agency from Poland called Challenge Studio, and I am also the OG Terra Classic community member. So I basically bought into Terra Classic when it was crashing very, very low, and since then I was observing its story. And a couple of years ago, in like Q4 2023, I became very active member with the idea to create Terra Classic website. Because this is what my company does, and this is what I am experienced with. And I made the website that you're actually showing is the website that my company created for Terra Classic. And a part of this, my company is also working with Juris, designing all of the materials, branding, and UX UI for Juris Protocol, and working with other companies. That's why I was also one of the couple of people who came to Berlin with Terra Classic with Nicolas and Frag and LL and Benny. So I was there also, and I am basically right now a part of just being a holder and investor in Terra Classic and in Juris and Cookie. I'm also, passionate, member, and I simply want to make this Phoenix rising from the ashes story happen, right? I just try to help as much. I work on my backs and try to help as much Terra Classic to grow. That's why I know quite a lot because if you were like me, observing everything about Terra Classic, being on every space, every Telegram group, every Discord, and watching every video, and talking and eventually working with all of the major people in Terra Classic, you would know quite a lot like I do, right? So that's not like it's just the work allowed me to be insightful and have all of the feedback. So I have pleasure to talk with Nicolas, Fraggle, and others, and many other great people who are building on Terra Classic. So this is the story. I just work for my bags and have fun and want to be a part of cool story that Terra Classic certainly is.
That's amazing, David. Thank you for that. And like something came to my mind. I am Polish as well. I am very often in Warsaw.
Hell yeah! Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. So that's that's very cool, David and David. And are you from Warsaw, by the way, or?
No, I live in Silesia. I actually don't like that much Warsaw because it's too crowded, too many people. So I live close to Katowice, Silesia. But I am from time to time I visit Warsaw for some business, journeys there, etc. Right?
So David, definitely we need to meet each other. This is all very, very interesting. I am actually getting more and more interested on Terra Classic, and I think for all of us is like a big learning about what is happening on this chain, there seems to be a lot of opportunity from what I am seeing. Guys, so this is great. Nicolas, do you want to say anything else about like you metaverse? Still, do you want to touch that part? And what is the role that you see on the chain for this project?
Yeah, I see Luncverse as one of the major on-chain utilities for Terra Classic. We talk about on-chain, we talk about on-chain tax, we talk about revenue for the chain. So this is extremely important. It's good to have off-chain volume, have all these CXs, generating volume. At the end of the day, we still need income to make this blockchain, move forward. We've got like 1.3 million in the admin wallet, just chilling and there for growth. But, you can never have too much. We need to create collateral. We need to eliminate debt. And to do that, we need to have a steady income. We need to hire, like I said earlier, a marketing team. So to do that, we need to have a regular income to make it happen. That's just what a professional organization does, and just like the SDK upgrade, I think that's what we're looking to kind of like show the world, like, hey, like we're here, we're building, we're professional, we know what we're doing, we've got a cap on, we're heading in a certain direction, and I think like almost all of the community is kind of like behind this kind of movement that we're creating, and it's good because I think it's layer 2 that has kind of brought that piece, because everybody started growing for LUNC, and everybody that's left in this community, like after all the the roller coasters of emotion are the people that want to actually grow this chain. So it's exciting to see. Luncverse is going to be one of those big utilities. Like I said, it's 32,000 plots, 17-kilometer map. We're going to be onboarding casinos. We've got 6 casinos right now. And speaking of, if there's one thing, we are going to need to change our incorporation status. We were LLC in Wyoming, and as we were growing, and they accept DAOs and they accept crypto businesses, but our legal expert started looking a little bit more into details and realized that Wyoming is really, really not gambling friendly, and is like extremely illegal to gamble in Wyoming. So we have to redo our incorporation. We're going to be creating a corporation in Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. So this will protect us, for any gambling infringement that we could have gotten in Wyoming. So just so the community and everybody knows, we've got a great team, from legal experts to technical experts to blockchain developers to marketers. So we've got a pretty wide team built, working on this project, and we are looking to make it even more ours and even more tailored for Luna Classic and even more tailored for growth here. We've got some pretty cool development that's happened in the past couple of weeks. But it's gonna be for the best. I think we're gonna have a better quality of product and a lot more stuff. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's still in the works. But long story short, we are looking to compete. We're looking to be the next Decentraland. The next Sandbox. We don't want to have a product that can compete with them. We want to have something that's better. We want to have a product that's VIP, high end, that we incorporate. Yes, the whole Sim City, build your own house, go shopping, go to events, but also have the whole gaming sector and then have the whole financial portion of it too, and have the ownership aspect of it as well that you don't have with Facebook Meta. You can't own land. You can't you can't own a business land. And business land and entertainment land is very interesting. Is even if you run a Web2 business, you have, for example, a marketing firm, you do online marketing, why not buy a business land and now you have an extra space that you have free marketing from. And not only that, we've taken the NFT use to to another level. So the NFT owners are actually owner of the metaverse itself, just like Terra Classic. By owning Terra Classic, you own the blockchain. Well, by owning the NFTs, you also own the metaverse. My son loves it, by the way. He's super excited about it.
So you have a customer who is kind of proven your idea. And Nicolas, just take it as kind of anecdote, but you might remember that DAO Odyssey is about also building digital twins.
Yes, I do remember that.
In that case is of course referring to something that is real. So typically in those cases, those files and definitions, they are very neat. If I can say, they if you want to get to the point of showing 3D, you need to be kind of realistic, right, with how the real object looks like. Is it something like that possible in your metaverse, or from the very beginning is kind of oriented toward gaming and kind of presenting it into kind of gaming type of environment?
No, it's see, that's the thing is, we get labeled like a game, like a metaverse that's focused on hyper focused on gaming, but it's much more than that. We have a bunch of utility. Like I said, the proof of work, proof of movement mechanism is completely different than any other metaverse has done before. Just like a tapping game, you're tapping on your screen, you're mining crypto. Well, it's going to be the same thing, right? So we're adding a bunch of different ways your NFTs can work for you in the metaverse. We're adding a level of customization that's very different than anything else you've seen before. We're looking to create our own Ready Player Me, pretty much, app that's going to be transferable to any other metaverses. So, like, for example, you want to log in your character in Decentraland, you'll be able to. So that's what we're working towards. Same thing for all the cosmetics. We're looking at all sorts of rides, like cars and even like little planes and helicopters. It's a huge map, so you'll be able to spawn your rides. So and that's just for going around. But you'll be able to go at the casino or use Juris Protocol, the lending protocol at Juris. So like there's a lot more things than just gaming. Like the gaming is just an extra portion of it. We're adding the whole RuneScape gamification mindset, that's going to be built in, like a open world MMORPG, skill based level, and so there's going to be a lot. The shopping, the events, like whether it's esports, world gaming events, or like sporting, actual sporting events, or like a concert. These are all types of things. We're going to be building event areas where you'll be able to watch all this, get to know people from all over the world. Like you'll be walking around and there's going to be, hey, look, this is Asuki Nakamoto from Japan. Like it's nice to meet you. And like there's no other place in the world you can do that. It's going to be cool. So,
Okay, Nicolas, I also have a
sorry,
question
Alexa,
for you.
please. No,
Yes,
please
yes,
go.
yes. Thank you for your question, for your answer. So, how are you keeping early adopters engaged once they buy land, like events, collaboration?
yeah. So for the land, the land for beta, the landowners will be able to have a hyperlink and images, like even for beta. So it's even like for beta, they have instant visibility, like within Luncverse. And post beta, we include like full builders tools. So like your land will be fully customized inside and out. Like you'll be able to put TVs on the walls, put couches there, like little flower pots. You can put NFTs on the wall as well that people can either purchase or have your services like join up. So it's almost like a sandbox where you'll be able to kind of customize fully your own spot. But even from beta, we wanted to add a layer of utility for businesses and entertainment. So yeah, you already have that visibility available. Yep. So that's
Okay, thank you, thank you.
You're
I
welcome, Mike.
also read your white paper, your website, and the roadmaps, milestones. So, if you're talking about long-term growth, so I have a question: which cross-chain integration are you targeting first? And okay, how will they expand the universe?
Okay, so we're adding like Wallet Connect. 440 different wallet connect types, right? So like from Phantom to MetaMask, so people will be able to log in with any of their wallets, even with an email. So we're like tapping into the Web 2 community as well as the Web 3 community. Hello. Living on the farm, this doesn't stop. You have the four-wheelers and tractors and yeah. So yeah, Web 2, we're tapping into the Web 2 community, tapping into the Web 3 community. We're going to be posting some of our NFTs on Stargaze, and then we're going to go over to OpenSea and Magic Eden as well. So, we'll be able to go to other blockchains' homes and have them come discover a home then, like once they're in Luncverse, then they can easily go to the bank and open a Terra Classic wallet and use the Juris lending protocol and use all this mirror assets and all these other things, but they can log in for free. And we even had talks with Vladimir, incorporating Sputnik. I don't know if you guys listened to their presentation with Sputnik, like a 2FA, social media / email logins, which I thought is a genius idea to make that bridge between Web 2 and Web 3. So we've been kind of like talking, seeing how we can work together in the near future, and we're going to have some more talks like moving forward, most definitely. But yeah, these are ways we envision being able to reach out to other communities and ensure growth. Like you're saying, it's important to have investors that come from every background to come discover this, because it has like it doubles down on the growth, because you have somebody come discover Luncverse, and by the way, they become a new LUNC investor and investor in the Cosmos. So it's good. I think we were trying to facilitate as well, like access to EVM, all the chains on Ethereum and Solana, just facilitate like that bridge. I think like common investors who like get started in crypto, like it's very complicated, a lot of this stuff. Even myself using Wormhole Bridge, for example, I've been around for a while, but like it's not the easiest of utilities to use, and if you can easily lose money in the space, and like a lot of times you can't even recover it. So yeah, and the
Yeah, okay.
cosmos.
I need to shill Nicolas, not only because he's my friend and we work on Terra Classic, but please, anybody that is more interested about Luncverse, please check the video from Interchange Summit in Berlin that took place a couple of weeks ago. On the first day, Nicolas had maybe, I am biased, but one of the best presentations on the entire Interchain Summit. Also, there is video whole recording of presentation. And he in a beautiful way explained what Terra Classic is and what Luncverse is. So there's a lot of alpha in this video. I shared the video in the chat here. So I encourage everybody to check this video, check his presentation. You will find way more about Luncverse.
Yeah, thank you, David.
Appreciate it, brother.
Very much appreciated. Thanks a lot. And guys, I felt a lot of community feeling today. I must say that maybe we are approaching a little bit the end of the call. So that was very, very nice seeing different people actually doing the projects, but at the end seeking a community and connection and synergies between different projects. And maybe if that spirit really play, so then we will recover from the ashes, as Nicolas said.
Yeah. Yes, and most importantly, people don't want to be rugged. I think like there's so many rugs and scams in crypto.
Nicolas, when I started the Odyssey, my whole thinking was about this, like how to make the collateral strong, how to make the project that no one will never lose the money. I was there in the middle of Terra as well, and I lost, few thousands.
Yeah, I feel you. You can make that back in an instant too. Like nowadays, man, we're so low. We're like at 3-year lows right now. But like once again, you look at the technical analysis of LUNC, you're just in this big triangle for the past 3 years. You go back, go look at the month chart, okay? Go way back. And you zoom in, look at that triangle. You can literally draw a triangle. You can know nothing about charts and you can see that triangle being drawn up. So like anybody that like knows a little bit about chart reading, like what happens after you break out of this triangle is usually a very, very aggressive movement in either direction. And I think like if you go back like now versus where we were 2-3 years ago, like we're not at the same place. We are miles away. And
it's not only Terra Classic and Luncverse. Look at Juris Protocol and look on Anchor Protocol, right? Anchor was one of the things that made Terra great. And in the best days of Anchor, it was 10 billion market cap. And Juris right now, not financial advice, obviously. Juris is around $9 million market cap, and Juris is Anchor Protocol 2.0. So basically Anchor, but better, without the Ponzi tokenomics, without not sustainable yield, right? So there are many investment possibilities that are happening on Terra Classic, and you've got just 2 of them here, maybe 2 great ones, but there are other 10 and 20 or 15, and there will be a lot more, right? So I encourage to try to check not only Terra Classic chart, but also Juris Protocol chart on Terraport decks that we have to see what's possible. And it's pumping right now, and I hope you bought some, not financial divide, obviously.
That was great, David, and maybe I'm going to diversify it a little bit more. I'm a little bit in Cardano, a little bit in Chainlink, of course, Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc. So this seems to me a coin with a lot of opportunities, and the ecosystem as a whole, of course. Guys, so we are approaching the end. Typically, we spend an hour on Sundays. Any final question before we close the call? I hope we established the connections. Puya, definitely expect my direct message.
Thank you very much. My DMs are open. I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, guys. Yeah, that was very interesting, and I got a bit of answer to my questions. I was wondering what's the Binance involvement in Luna, and I was wondering how's that happened, and who's ruled the Luna, who's took over the Luna after its crash, and why did the Luna fork appear, and who's behind that? But we have no time for it. So I hope we meet next time in a couple of weeks, and we just figure out those questions. But the other thing I want to ask you, if you're interested in collaboration with some projects, I'm a member of POSTHUMAN and a member of the Red Planet DAO as well. The Red Planet DAO, it's a DAO, it's a community where the main goal, it's connect the Web3 to real world. So we mine in Bitcoin through the NFT. We selling whatever NFT or a part of ASICs. We buy in the ASICs. We install the ASICs. We mine the Bitcoin for the guys, and we're looking for collaboration for other projects to be integrated all together. We have few projects working in collaboration now, and wondering, can we contact you and discuss something?
Most definitely. Oh yeah, we're always looking to make new connections. For a long time, LUNC has been kind of like exiled. And I think like now we're just in the business of making new connections with anyone that want to grow. That's the beauty of layer 2, and is the beauty of Terra Classic is like permissionless. You can just go and grow anything you want. So these partnerships and these deals, especially with layer 2 projects, are very easy to make. So most definitely be more than happy to.
So yeah, thank you. And there's more adoption now, like wormhole bridge was mentioned here. But now we have a Polaris by the Osmosis. That's the great tool. With that tool will bring us more secure way to get some tokens from the other chains or whatever. Buy whatever you want with whatever you have.
Okay, so you're gonna need to expand on that for me, to be honest, because
Polaris.
Yeah, because Wormhole just discontinued their support for Terra Classic. So I'm actually in the process of building my own bridge right now. But if you're telling me there's already an option that's very, very effective and available,
I'm not sure about Luna Classic now, but there's a big, huge, that's the huge platform now. So if you check the Polaris, what's the Polaris.io, or look, I'll give you a link. Anyway, it's built by Osmosis. It's open beta version now, so you can try it. You can trade through it. I mean, you have a USDC in Cosmos, and you want to buy some whatever Solana or whatever you want to Bitcoin or something. So you pay with the USDC in Cosmos, and you get in your Bitcoin whatever token you're buying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy and safe.
Very good. I think we need the SDK 50 upgrade before we can use a lot of these utilities. I know Eureka is one of them. We gotta be upgraded to use fully. But yeah, okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I appreciate this. See, this is why we do these things. This is why we do these things.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure you're very active in the Cosmos ecosystem Telegram. So yeah, that's very good. It's very interesting. And your entertainment there, your videos, your posts are very interesting. So very nice to see. Very nice to support. A pleasure.
Absolutely. We're at the end of the day, all Cosmos can grow together. We can literally speed up the process at which this ecosystem grows. Like IBC, I feel like is like a IBC Connect is like a super speed for us to be able to grow and to connect and easily make use of other apps utilities. So yep.
Yeah. Together we are stronger. Anyway, we need to build more communication between us first, and then we go further.
Yeah, thank you guys for all of these. And my feeling is actually that we need to maybe do the chapter 2 of this conversation. Someone suggested already, maybe we wait a couple of weeks and we can regroup again and, go one step deeper and talking about some more details and finding how these different projects could collaborate. Maybe this makes a lot of sense. And, in my view, I actually coincide with Nicolas that IBC protocol seems to be like built for something like that.
Yes, I also want to know how Rakov, if I understand correctly, it was a meme coin, so rebranding to Juris Protocol. So I want to know this answer. That's why maybe we can have other chapter of this podcast.
Perfect. Thank you, Alexa. Let's do it. So, Nicolas, would you come to the next one?
Sure, he will come. Nicolas always comes.
Yeah, I just lost him.
He's not here. Yes.
Yeah, he lost
leave
him.
us.
But I
Yes.
can tell for him, he will come for sure. Nicolas, he's a good, cool guy, always open to talk and to cooperation. So he'll be there. Give
absolutely.
him.
Got disconnected. My son hung up.
And we will need a presentation, not a presentation for our chat, like for our Cosmos voice of the Luncverse as well. So if you'll demonstrate the screen and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely we can make it. And all these conversations about building together, I think they are of a lot of value potentially for all of us. Great. So thanks a lot. And see you soon.